Hello, good morning and welcome to the Little Farmer's Farm with me, Guru Mafenda. And it's a winter wonderland today, boys and girls. Very, very cold, freezing cold today, as you can see by the plot. All covered in frost. So I've just landed up here. It's about 10:30. It's 30th of November today, 2019, and all week really, every morning we've had this. I'm just checking up on how things are growing on. The garlic that popped through is still popping through, and we've got other pops coming up, you can see there. But what I did about a week ago, last Saturday, was I put... Was it last Saturday or the Saturday before? Anyway, planted more garlic in pots, and I left it inside the greenhouse. So we've got the Tesco pots. When I say pots, I mean the cut flower buckets, the Tesco cut flower buckets. Lights are still working, as you can see there. I've just nipped down and they're all popping up through, look, inside here. I forgot to put them up into the top greenhouse, I'll be honest with you there. But we've got 18 in total in the old Tesco cut flower buckets. They give them you for nothing, because all they do is they sort of... I don't know whether they send them back to some recycling place or what they do with them, but as far as I can gather, they don't have any use for them once they've used them for the cut flowers, and they get replacement buckets, so you get them for nothing. Ask at Tesco, ask at Asda, places like that, anywhere that does, any sort of supermarket really that does cut flowers, you'll tend to get freebies off. If you're a bit cheeky, which I am. We've got hundreds of cut flower buckets. And you can use them for container growing, which is what we're doing there. We've got 18 there. I'm only up for about an hour today, but I just thought I would take you around with me, and we can have a look at what's still growing on up here, and check on our little seedlings up at the top, our wintergreen seedlings. So we'll do that. So yeah, the kale's still growing, the curly kale, and the, is it Cabello de Niro or something like that? I always call it Robert De Niro kale. Only small specimens them, of course, but we've been pulling a lot of leaves off and picking them and coming again. They'll grow back through. Just getting a stir fry off them each time you come down, really. And there's the leeks. The leeks are potentially suffering a little bit there by the cold, and maybe potentially a little tiny bit of rust on the leaves. We'll see how they get on. Got some more little leeks across this way here. Okay, now I planted a lot of garlic in here about a month ago, but I can't see any excitement and activity as yet from it, or not much anyway, garlic and onions wise. Here's a load of buckets. Look at my scruffy get, aren't I? Scruffy get. Have to sort it out. Lead you up the garden path here to the top, and those are the Asda cut flower buckets. Those are the tall 14-inch ones. You can get 14-inch, 10 inches and 8 inches in depth, and across the width of the tall ones are about 11 inches. What you do with them is you just drill some drainage holes in the bottom. Exhibit A, and that's 8mm drill bit. I use a metal drill bit, or a wood bit would probably do it, but a metal one goes straight through easily. You stack them up. Tons and tons of buckets, to be honest with you. I really need to get up here and do a good clear out and tidy up. But again, it's time really, time restrictions at the moment, and also weather. It's done nothing but either rain or freeze for the last 2 weeks. So not good, really, that. Not too spectacular. Got more kale growing in here. Under here. Only bits and bobs left now, actually, in the ground. As you can see. I've not actually taken anything off that. I don't think. No. Let's have a look up in the 4mm clear polycarbonate greenhouse at the top that we made last year. I think I have a feeling with all this frost and icy weather, yeah, it has. My little potato, my maddest pear. Oh no. What a shame. Still, it did very, very well to last to the end of November. It's November the 30th today, as I say, and it's done quite remarkably well. That's our Christmas spud. The maddest pear. Hey ho. These are still growing, or at least 4 buckets of them are, the little seedlings from the winter greens. So hopefully they'll last through. And into January we might start getting some pickings off these. I'm going to prick them out and repot them on, I think, some of these ones if they get overcrowded. But my idea with this was we'd have we'd have buckets full of veggies, and we've got the sheep's wool pellets around them to keep those pesky slugs away, which has worked. The slugs have not got anywhere near, but we're getting this kind of a fungal sporing going on, if you can see that, which does tend to happen sometimes. We'll see how that gets, how that affects growth, either positively or negatively. We don't really know, do we? But it's some sort of like fungal thing. Right. And that's where we're at. There's not a lot growing on, really, is there, at the moment? We've still got our herbs that are going, with the mint's growing rampantly, as you can see here. We've got some rosemary there that we can use for the lamb at Christmas time. Speaking of time, I'm going to make a cup of tea, I think, with some of this mint, and have a refreshing organic cup of tea. We'll see how we get on. Right, I'm going to go back to the ranch now and get some care packages together for a couple of our friends. I've been promising to send some seeds out to a couple of our gardening friends for a couple of weeks now, and to be honest with you, I've just not had the time to get it sorted out, because I want to do nice little packages for them, little Farmer's Farm package. Yeah, so sorry about that. We got rudely interrupted when the battery went on the camera. We're back at the ranch now, and we've had mail. We've had a mail drop from a couple of lovely people. I'll show you. So that one is from Alan at the Dawn Chorus Plot. And that one is from the wonderful Kelly Bramall at Kelly's Kitchen Garden, or Winterfell as I call it. And it's brilliant. So that's what we've had through from Alan. Hi Tony and all, many thanks for your support. I hope the sweet pea seeds grow well for you. I'll be looking out for them. Take good care. Kind regards, Alan from the Dawn Chorus Plot. Nice little card there. And we've got these Hilda's Mix sweet peas. So, yeah, hope they do well. Thanks very much, Alan. You're a gentleman and a scholar. Now, Kelly has gone plumb wild. I better pause this and get him out. So, yeah, Kelly sent us loads of stuff here. Loads and loads of Nigella seeds. I like them little, I don't know what you'd call little vials or whatever they're called, with the seeds in. Ladybird poppies. Cobra beans. We nearly grew cobra beans this year, but we went for the Blue Lake and the... Oh, I forget what it was. I forget what they were, the other ones. The purple ones. We've saved them. Something like Blauhilden or something like that. Or Cossi de Violet, I think they were. But we're going to be growing them next year. That's for certain. Nice one, Kelly, thank you. And also a pack, which I've got, well, it's probably about another 10 bags of bloody seeds and that there. She's done really, really well. Does us proud there, Kelly. Thanks very much for that. She's also sent us a lovely handwritten note there, but it's just pure filth. It's extremely, extremely strong language that she's put in there, so obviously I'm not going to read that. I'm joking, of course. It's beautiful, lovely little note that, mate. Nice one. So what I've decided really is that if I can, I'm going to reciprocate that and send you some of our own saved seeds. Oh, I'll just put you onto this. That's our sign, our Little Farmer's Farm sign, and that was done by that was done by Tash Goswami, who is an artist and an illustrator, again from across the border up in Scotland. I think she lives near Edinburgh, Tash. So yeah, that's great, isn't it? She sent us that last year, but Helen's been using that for a bit of a talk she's been giving to the kids that she looks after, talking about our Little Farmer's Farm. But I think it's ace, that, isn't it? That's going to be going back up to the allotment, going into the tiki hut very shortly. But these are some of our saved seeds. Now, as you look at that, you can see that you've got, in there, we've got the Blue Lake. We've got the Blue Lake in there. We've got the Violet, Cossi de Violet in there. Both climbing French beans, those. We're calling these the Wigan Giant because the pumpkins that we grew this year were from seeds that Mick had. Mick's not 100% sure what the variety was, but they grew to a good size, and he actually won the competition with one of those seeds and the pumpkin that he got off from that particular batch. We got some good sized pumpkins off them as well, and what I've got there, I think I've got about 12 or 13 seeds. Everybody wanted our seeds this year down on the plot, so we've given away loads of seeds that we've dried off and saved. And obviously we've got to keep quite a few for ourselves for next year. But these are some of the ones that we're going to be giving away to some of our gardening chums. Those are spaghetti squash as well. If you remember, we grew spaghetti squash, which was very tasty. Again, those were from seeds that were sent down by Tash as part of her care package that she sent down to us, and we grew those on, and they went flying. They were very, very good for us. I think each plant gave us about 14, 15 squashes from each one. We had to constantly take the flowers off from the mixed ones. We're going to call them Wigan Giants. I don't know what we're going to call them ones. Spaghetti squash. Now, what can we call them? Skulls spaghetti. Skulls spaghetti, them are going to be called. Now, I've already been tinkering around with sort of creating my own little seed packet, just for a bit of a design for it, so it makes it look a bit less generic and a bit more personal, you know. So I'm going to crack on with those anyway. I've got these. These were £1 for 6. Them. You go to the post office, you're paying about £1 a piece. £1 for 6. This is at the local sort of DIY shop. £1 for 6. They're 70. Now, they didn't money envelopes, those, but what I'm going to do with them instead is have them as our little seed packages, and I'll try and get a nice design on them like that, and in they go. So that was £1, that was £1. These pens, black, red and blue pens, we're going to have a bit of a red, white and blue design, I think, on the front of them, with £1. And I already had the ruler, so that was not out really, was it? So we'll see how we get on. And there you are. I hope you can all appreciate I am a fantastic graphic artist. So we've got the Wigan Giant pumpkins. Not 100% sure the variety, but they grow to about, well, Mick won this year with his, and that was 20 odd kilograms. I think the one that we had, the biggest one that we had, was about 17, 18 kilograms, something like that. They're a decent sized pumpkin for carving, and they're also quite tasty. We had cracking soup out of them. There's 5 seeds in each one of them that I'm going to send out to you guys. 2 lucky little kids there, lucky boy and a lucky girl, going to be getting these. The same lucky boy and girl that sent us the gear before that you saw a bit earlier on. So there's the French climbers, there's the Blue Lake. Again, these are all saved seeds from the little farm this year. We've got plenty more, but we've had to give away quite a few to other plot holders. And I have got some left for the giveaway I'm planning later on in the year. When we get to 1,000 subscribers, there'll be a big seed giveaway to some other lucky boys and girls. So there you go, there's the French climbing beans. There's the purple ones, which I think were Costa de Violet, but we're calling them Wigan Violet. And the spaghetti squash, which again was fantastic and was from further saved seeds that we got sent down by Natasha Goswami. And those are the children of Natasha's spaghetti squash. Okie dokie. So Farmer's Farm. Thanks, Tash. Brilliant. So there you go. Thanks very much. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. We've got plans afoot to do a massive tunnel, a tented tunnel, or even a polytunnel, using trampolines, reclaimed trampolines. Mick's doing it. Mick Derbyshire's doing it on Old Mac Derby's farm. He's got plans afoot for doing a whopper, and we're doing the same. We want to get a lot more things covered up this year and protected, so that we don't lose as much vegetable matter to the bugs, especially the cabbage whites. Cabbage whites and slugs have been the bane this year, and also club root. So we're going to be having a look at different remedies for those 3 little pests. So yeah, I'll catch you later on. Have a good weekend, the rest of it. Saturday night, don't get too drunk as usual. If I don't see you through the week, I'll see you through the window. This is Guru Mafinda signing out. And keep growing with your head down. Ta-da, boys and girls. See you later.